Hey, it's been a while since my last video, which was like 5 months ago, where I presented that I got this jersey. Um, and after that, I was able to participate in the World Championship semifinals of 2025, representing the Netherlands. And I got 58, yeah, and which is better than the 68 of the year before, but still something was like, I wish I could have done better. So afterwards, I went back training, um, and still, as I mentioned back then, I wanted to become Dutch champion in 2026. Those these championship races were a couple of weeks ago, where I was racing against the guy who won in 2025 and some pros. It was over 2 races. The first race was in Glasgow, the Glasgow Crit Circuit, 10 laps, and on every segment there were 25 points, down to 1 for the 25th rider. And after that we had to race in Yorkshire, 2 laps of Royal Pump Room 8, which is 55 kilometers over 900 meters of elevation. And there on the finish it was 100 points for the first, and then just decrement by 1 for everyone. And in between there were some segments, 4 on each lap, and I was just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's basically if there was a breakaway, then they would probably eat up all the points. So yeah, I've won. I won both races. I'm now the Dutch champion of 2026. I won the first race by being in the top 6 for all 21 sprints. It was amazing. I felt strong. I decided to just sprint in every race, every segment, and I don't know how long I will last, but just sprint. And I managed to hang on to doing this, and then win that race. Although I didn't know that at the time, because the point scoring was only afterwards, what was updated on Swift Power. So I went into the second race and I already did the math and was like, well, I think I'm first, but I had no idea who was second, third, or whatever. Well, I had some idea of who those people would be, but I didn't know the ordering. And then we went into the second race. With Yorkshire, with all these steep climbs, I didn't really expect to be able to do something on these segments. And then I saw there was the first segment, and I was sprinting against the same guys as in the first race. I won that segment, but that was before it really went up. And then 2 guys went long when we went through the start banner, or for this race it wasn't the start banner, into the first climb. Not even the first climb where the segment was, just the first climb. And I was like, well, let's see if I jump to them and see how long I can hang on. And that was just the 3 of us at that moment. We got over the first climb, 2 riders joined us. And then with this group of 5, we managed to get away. Then the first climb segment, I was still there when we were almost at the top. So I decided, well, let's just sprint, because if I don't sprint, I'm definitely not getting points. And I won that one. Then we went for a sprint segment, won that one again. Then became second on the next climb segment. And then it was a long finish of the first lap, including Pot Hill, really steep section. and it was hurting so much on that section. And then I realized, if I quit now, if I stop now, if I can't hang on to this group at this point, and this is the point where I know I lost the Dutch Championship. So I gave it all, I forgot about everything else, just hanging on that pot hill climb. And I got over. So then we went into the second lap, did some more sprints. One guy went away, we gave him some space. Then another guy went away, and I was doing the math in my head, and I was like, oh, I think if I can get a couple more points by beating the other two guys where I was still with, then maybe it's enough to win this race, and then I should be Dutch champion. And I managed to hang on for the segments. I get some points, so I was quite confident that if I would stay in front of the pack, because the peloton was like 1.5 minutes behind us at that point, that I would be able to win. And at that point, we arrived at Pot Hill again, and I've already felt some cramping in my legs. And the other two guys put on a big acceleration, and I just let them go, because I knew if I blow up, then the peloton is coming over me, and I'm going to lose so many points, so that's not going to work. And I managed to get to the finish, and it felt like I had to be the winner, so I cheered, and then it was a really, really long wait, or at least that's how it felt, for the results to become official. In the meantime, Swift Power updated, and it was really nicely set up as a points race. Didn't know that was possible. But at some point I was updating my Swift Power profile, and it gave me 2 golden trophies for my last 2 races, the Dutch Championship races. I was like, that's odd, because I wasn't the first one to cross the finish line. So I looked it up, and I saw that the points were total there. So that's where I first had a feeling that, well, yeah, this seems to be it. But I was still a wait. And then there was an Instagram message with the not yet official results, but at least the organizers said like, well, this is probably what the results will be, but the Dutch Federation will do the ultimate confirmation, because it was hosted by two volunteers. They were the ones doing the day-to-day stuff, so to say. And then the officials had to make it official. And then in the evening I got a message from the federational coach congratulating me. Also with qualifying for World Championships 2026, because the Dutch winner got one of those positions for the Dutch team. So yeah, it's really amazing, and I'm grateful for being able to participate in this. I'm grateful for the volunteers organizing this, and yeah, for my family supporting, for my friends. It's amazing. I'm going to wear this one with pride. Also attempt to get some races live streamed. I had some trouble with codecs or something, but I'll figure it out, because this jersey deserves to get some time on the air live. So thank you, and love to share some more. Bye.